Shalom and welcome to another installment of Apostles of GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Today's topic is going to be entitled, I got to laugh about this one, the nastiness of the scriptures. And this is pretty much, I could have gave it another name, but Gabar kind of put that in the air. So I had to kind of go with Gabar's spirit. I wasn't thinking about doing this show. It was going to be a while before I did it, but then he did a sit down on it. And then I kind of shook my head. I said, oh man, he's pushing, that's the spirit pushing it, so I got to do it, you know. But I have scriptures, I have some nasty scriptures right here that I had for about a year, which I haven't brought out. So, you know, this is going to be easy. This is going to be easy. It should be called easy work, you know. You know, hey, I just want to say this here. Hey, we make guys talk shit about us, right? Other GMS guys, and they get mad, they pull their hairs out and whatnot. You know, you guys talk about us, we really don't get mad, man, and we laugh at it, man. You know, Alizé come up with his thing. You know, I'll laugh at it, man. You know, you'll bring up something like to get on me or get on somebody else, and I'll laugh at it and shit. You know, because sometimes me and Alizé is cool, and me and Alizé is fucking enemies and shit, right? But you know, we'll go back and forth, and that's what these other guys, man. Hey, like what's the dude, the Levite, the tall Levite, that was in the martial arts, that was in the camp. You know, the dude there, Izar and Mike, Hamite Mike. Hey, those guys, it's spiritual because they'll put a comment. I don't even read their comments. I just kind of ignored it, cut, you know, and that gets to them, man. But then somebody else will talk shit, and I'll kind of, I'll answer back or whatever, and I'll cut them, you know. Or if they said something good, I'll say, you know, good scripture, good whatever, you know. Hey, but I'm gonna say this to you, Alizar. The Day of Atonement is coming up, man. You better humble yourself, man. You know. You know scriptures because you watched us and you do study. Hey, but it goes beyond the scriptures, man. There's spiritual things to this too. There's love, there's brotherly love, you know. It ain't about knowing the most, even though we push a lot of scriptures, we go into a lot of scriptures, but knowing breakdowns of the scriptures, which we don't, it comes off like we're boasting about it. We're not really boasting about it. We the Spirit open our eyes to these scriptures, and we bring them out, you know. And but at the same time, you know, there's brotherly love and there's order. The scriptures say, "Do everything in decency and in order." There's an order. You only came in this thing, or you got down in this thing back in 2011, which is not even 4 years. So, you know, the scriptures tell you about a novice. You know, you got 5 years in the scripture, in the truth. Back in the day at the One West School, I memorized. A young man, you memorize. Your mind is a sponge. You memorize a lot of scriptures, and somebody asks you, like, Ariel, what's that scripture? And it's blah blah blah. Isaiah such and such and so and so. But I knew the scriptures. I can recite the scriptures. I can break them down. But I wasn't spiritually deep into the scriptures. And that takes time, you know, because anybody that has a photographic memory, I was going to say photographic memory, they can remember a lot of shit. You know, there's certain people in school that they pass tests, because I used to do that in school. I would just study the test real quick, and I had pretty much, as a young man, I had a photographic memory, and I'll ace that test, man. I wouldn't study. I'll wait till the last week and ace that goddamn test, you know. And you know, Alizar, you're like that, and other young guys. But hey, it goes deeper than just memorizing scriptures and quoting scriptures. There's an order to things, man. You know. You know, you said something about my mama. You mentioned something about my mama. I laughed at it, you know. And then you said I was an old man, you old ass man. You know, that was out of order, you know. But I didn't really get mad at it. I laughed at it, man. Then what was this? You got on the phone with Sakari, and then you gave him big ups. And then I made a video on it, and I said, Alizé, defend the gospel, right? And then the first guy to put up a comment was you. And in the comments, I can feel that you were laughing, because you even said, well, look, I knew you was going to do this, Tahar. I knew you were going to make a video. In the back of my mind, no, Tahar going to watch this. You're going to make hey, well, you're right. You know me, man. Now, you know goddamn well you ain't got no business bigging up them clowns, man. Especially Captain Zariak, man. He getting beat up enough by Sa Nigga in them, man. Or Sarnetta. I'll say Sarnetta. All right? Yeah, he had the picnic thing with the so-called picnic and cookout. That's an Uncle Tom word, picnic. Cookout in Harlem, which was on the Sabbath, which I said that you're going off if you have a so-called cookout on the Sabbath. I did a whole video on that thing, man. But then you invited your worst enemies, man, them goddamn heathens, man. They were Israelites, but in a heathen state of mind, man. And we ain't supposed to sit side by side with no goddamn heathens if they're not right. Now, if they wake up to the truth, then you bring them in. Now, the little young boy, he claimed that he from Africa, and I believe he said he was from West Africa. Well, if you know this knowledge, man, you would know that the majority of them people in West Africa are Israelites, man. Like places like Cameroon, Nigeria, Igbo, which are Nigerians, people of Ghana. Help me out, y'all. Give me some more. Senegal.
Did you say Nigeria?
Nigeria. The people of Ashanti.
Yeah, Lagos.
Lagos.
Yeah.
Yoruba tribe. Liberia, which were Israelite slaves that the United States government at that time sent them back to Africa, and they set up a community, man.
Yeah.
So those are Israelites, and then they mingle themselves among other Hamites. So you might have Hamites in there, but for the most part, the majority of the people in West Africa, if I can throw a percentage out there, might be 80% are Israelites, man.
Ghana?
Maybe more. I mentioned Ghana.
Oh, okay.
The Ivory Coast, Guinea, yep.
Congo, right?
The Congo, I meant, which was Zaire, where Ali had the fight with Foreman. That was in Zaire, the Rumble in the Jungle. The guy, King Mobutu, was an actual Israelite, man. And those people, those kids that were running with Ali, those are, for the most part, those are Israelites, man. They vibe with Ali, and Ali vibe with them. But back then, we said, well, them are damn Hamites, man. No, those are Israelites, man. But they grew up believing that they were Africans. Because the scriptures tell you that Israel scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth. And the Israelites are going to be delivered from the four corners of the planet Earth. Give me that in Matthew 24. And it says the elect. And by the way, I forget, one of the brothers from GMS asked me about the elect. And like you asked me questions like I'm going to give it to you in detail. I don't have the answers in detail, all right? But I'll give you a general answer as to what the answer is. Go ahead, Art.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days...
let's stop on the tribulation. The tribulation is not here yet. You want to know when the tribulation come in? When it comes, you will know it.
It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
The elect is not just the 144,000. The 144,000, the 1/3, which the 144,000 is part of the 1/3. The top cabinet.